Hello, my name is Giles Gondwin, and today I'm going to answer some questions that I came across on the turnitin.com report. So one of the questions going to be is, what does the highlight text tell you in the Turnitin report? The information, what kind of tells me, is going to be considered they're going to give you what considered highlighted in percentage on what the information is copied or considered mimic or copying from another article research. Also, another question is going to be is what does the percentage match mean? The percentage is kind of like a number giving you how much of the information is actually copied from another article or research. So that's kind of what the percentage means. What question do you have for your faculty about how to read a turn-in report.com? Well, it's not really my first time submitting a research article in a turn-in. Sometimes the information that comes back to us is like how much of a percentage of it is going to be considered plagiarism. So that'd be kind of like a question that I would have as far as what percentage would you consider plagiarism? Another question would be how do you know if your writing is going to be flagged for plagiarism? One of the ways that we find this out is just by if you duplicate it or if you copy it, then yes, that is going to be considered flagged. So those are going to be some ways to find out if it's going to be considered a duplicate or flag, and that kind of puts it in a position known as plagiarism. Question 5 is what is academic integrity violations? They use the number systems 1, 2, and 3. So based on the number systems 1, 2, and 3, we're going to have consider the violations. So 1 would be first violation, 2 would be second violation, 3 would be third violation. Third question would be what steps can you take to avoid having a AIV during your graduate studies? Well, one of the ways you can avoid like plagiarism is by what you consider not copying. So always try to use original source and information. And if you are going to copy like a sentence, go ahead and cite it. Because if you don't cite it, then it's going to lead to what you consider plagiarism. So anything that's considered from another research article, go ahead and cite it. So that's going to be one of the ways to minimize or prevent the what you consider plagiarism. So with that information being said, I kind of just went over kind of what you consider the Turnitin. And when it comes to Turnitin.com, it's kind of like a report that you get back. And the report you get back is kind of considered the numbers and percentage in highlighted areas. And what I mean by the highlighted areas, I mean, it's going to be kind of considered red, yellow, orange, green, blue. And it's kind of doing what you consider color coding. So each color kind of means a specific type of what you consider copy plagiarism. Now, I'm not saying that that's bad and wrong. It's just that the sentence that you copied or cited, it came from another source, and they're going to have that information revealed as far as how much of your data and the research article is considered copy. Now, when it comes to like I noticed that when it comes to copying, they give you kind of like two sources to use. They use the highlight and percentage. So that's kind of like how you consider using the highlight and the percentage. So to my understanding, something new that I learned is going to be considered the violation 1, 2, and 3. I really didn't know too much about that. So if it is considered a copy, like you duplicated it, it will be considered a violation 1. And if it occurs again where you are turning a duplicate or a copy of somebody else's material, then you get into a second violation, and that's kind of the pattern behavior that lead to a third attempt if it was repeated or done again. So that can be considered the 1, 2, or 3 plus. Some of the steps that I take to avoid plagiarism, I use my original work, my original words. And also, if I'm going to copy a sentence, I'm sure to cite that sentence. And that sentence that's cited does have to be in the considered reference. So that way, if it does come up that I copied or duplicated it, I will be in a position of safe, as in avoiding plagiarism by making sure it's cited. So that's kind of like a few methods that I use to avoid plagiarism, but make sure to cite it and make sure you use the reference. So my name is Giles Gondwin, and today I did the kind of like a report on turnitin.com, and this would be kind of like considered the review. Thank you.